At first glance, there was nothing unusual about Vera Daisy Brown. A mother of three, she seemed like an average country housewife. Then she simply vanished. No warning, no note, no phone calls, no contact, no trace at all, nothing for 32 years. For all that time, her family had no idea where she was, why she left, whether she was alive or dead. It would become the longest-running missing persons case in New South Wales history. Then, after more than 3 decades, came the amazing news. Not only was Vera very much alive, she had a truly remarkable tale to tell. In the eyes of her children, Vera Daisy Brown has been locked in the past. These fading photos, their lasting image of her from 32 years ago, their only link to her in all that time. People who have relatives go missing talk about living in limbo.
There's just no way out of it, because you just can't comprehend that somebody's somewhere but you don't know where. It's like, how can you disappear in Australia?
The elusive Vera Brown is now a sprightly and spirited 79-year-old living in Adelaide. As it turns out, the perfect place to go unnoticed. And as you'll see, hers is the longest case on record of a missing person being found. An amazing story of police persistence. Has it hit you yet, where we're travelling, who you're about to see?
Don't start me.
What do you mean?
I'll probably start bawling.
Oh, no, don't.
No.
Gwen and Ray were in their early 20s when their mum left. Now, 32 years later, the moment they've only dared dream about is approaching.
Sometimes it's negative inside me, sometimes it's positive. Your emotions, that is.
Can you imagine what she looks like?
I think I can.
Why are you crying?
It's just...
It's okay.
Cut. I don't know, I think, yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close.
But this long-awaited reunion begins with a bizarre separation many miles from Adelaide and many years ago. It was 1972. Temora, in Western New South Wales, was a healthy country town of about 4,000 people. It was like most places in the 70s. Back then, Holdens lined the main street. Sherbet was making its way up the music charts. Gough Whitlam was about to be elected Prime Minister. And local woman Vera Daisy Brown was planning a holiday to Queensland.
Well, they were taken, just taken prior to her leaving.
And then she meets Les and
then she meets Les and then flits off into the wide blue yonder, never to be heard of again.
Les Kendall was the flash-dressing mystery man who promised Vera Daisy Brown the world. They'd met just a month earlier before this smooth-talking Svengali convinced her to take a holiday to Brisbane. It was the last time her daughter saw her.
You just think, well, you know, if she's found happiness with this guy, he must be all right, because my mother, I thought, was a good judge of character.
So what happened? Why didn't you come back after the holiday?
He didn't offer to take me back.
While Vera is matter-of-fact about it now, back in Temora at their home, her absence tore this close-knit family apart. Did you have any inkling that one day she would walk out and never come back?
Nope.
As the fortnight holiday folly turned into months, Vera and her new beau wrote a handful of confusing letters, promising to be home soon. But then, in November 1972, the letters stopped. Vera simply vanished.
It would have been a couple of months, I suppose, I gave it, and there was nothing. So we listed her as a missing person. And we've been looking.
Ever since.
What you can see here is that there's been numerous inquiries over the years. Here you've got 1972, 1973, 76, 76. Basically, inquiries have been done every year to locate Vera Brown.
Inspector Jeff Emery heads the New South Wales Missing Persons Unit. He and offsider Mark Samways have never seen a case like this one. Well, you've been involved in the case for, about 15 years?
On and off, yeah.
Yeah. Did you at any stage think, well, Vera Brown is dead?
Oh, after that length of time, you think they are. Honestly, I think the police and the relatives thought eventually would find a set of remains.
How could she go missing for 32 years?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, we've got a lot of missing persons out there. This particular case, she changed the name several times. She moved through different states, and it is very difficult to find people when they don't want to be found.
It may seem improbable, but Vera tells me she stayed away so long because Les spun her a lie. He convinced her there were debt collectors after them and they had to go into hiding. How did he convince you?
I don't know why I didn't see through his lies. Must be the old saying, no fool like an old fool. I sort of trusted him and didn't deny. I didn't deny him. I didn't disbelieve him. I thought it was all bloody truth.
For the better part of their lives, Ray and his sister Gwen have endured the anguish of uncertainty, hoping their mother was alive, but fearing she was dead. They've had to get on with their lives, and their experiences mark the passing of time. Since their mother disappeared, they've had children, divorced, and both are now grandparents. How do you forgive someone, your mum, who walks away for 32 years?
I'll wait until I see her and then I'll say, well, you know, why'd you do it? And maybe get some answers and just see what she comes back with. I mean, like I said, I don't entirely blame her. I think that Les basically stole my mother off me. And I suppose when I see her, then I'll sort of know whether I want to really completely forgive her.
But even if he was lying to you, what is really difficult to understand is how a mother can leave her children.
Well, that's what I can't understand.
But you made that decision.
I sort of stuck, well, I'll say that I stuck by him and he can't deny it. But to my sorrow, I stuck by him, I'll tell you that now. I'm sorry I stuck by him.
It may be coincidence, but when you see her collection of clocks, you sense Vera is obsessed with time. Perhaps it's about the time she's missed. And it's only time that's given her a second chance. At Easter this year, Les Kendall died of old age. 2 weeks later, police knocked on Vera's door.
We had the South Australia Police go around to the address and speak to the missing person.
And he asked me, did I know a Vera Daisy Brown? And I hummed and hummed, sort of moved my head around and I said, I haven't heard of her. But that was me, of course.
So then we had to then look at our strategy, provide photographs and descriptions, and then go back a second time and locate the person.
So it was basically on a hunch and through persistence that you found her?
Yeah. Well, we've certainly got a procedure in New South Wales that we won't give up. We'll continually search for these missing persons. We don't close cases until they're located, and it is persistence, certainly.
I just defy anybody to give up hope now. I just say, look, keep it going.
Are you happy that the police found you?
Oh, yes. Oh, very happy.
So not coming back for 32 years wasn't about shame or embarrassment for staying away so long?
Yeah, shame all right, but embarrassing. I don't blame the children if they say I'm a bad mother, really, because after leaving them all this time and not contacting them, not being in contact with them, I can't blame them. They hated me.
You know, they don't. They just want to find out if you still love them.
I still love them, yeah. They're still my flesh and blood.
What do you think will be the hardest part of seeing her again?
was thinking about getting a bunch of flowers actually, and I've never done that before, so it's I think I've got to do it, I suppose. And then the hardest part is to try and stop getting emotional.
Is this the place? Is this the place?
For Gwen and her brother Ray, these few steps forward take them back 32 years in time.
We have changed you.
After all these bloody years.
I've never done this before, but I'm going to pick me mum up. I'm going to pick her up, hey. Look at me mum.
The last time Vera saw her eldest grandson Stephen, he was 5 years old and starting his first week of school.
It's good to see you too, Stephen. I've seen you all these years.
And here's the one you haven't met. This is my daughter, Kathy.
Kathy,
Yep.
pleased to meet you. This is a granddaughter, not a grand. Wait till I meet all the great-granddaughters.
And today, Vera meets her youngest grandchild. Catherine wasn't born when her grandmother disappeared.
It's my mum.
We saw a lot of tears and joy at your reunion. We didn't hear the question why. Why did you walk out and disappear for 32 years?
I think we sort of talked about those things later, and basically in a roundabout way, I suppose we did find out why. You know, because of manipulation mostly.
Have the answers satisfied you?
At this point, yes.
This family may never fully understand what happened all those years ago, but with the time they have left, they've decided forgiveness feels better than recrimination.
Now, how are you two going to make up for lost time?
We'll make up for it,
I
won't
don't
we?
think you can ever make up for lost time.
No,
but we'll
that's-
make the
that's
most
for
of
sure.
what time we've got.
We'll do the best we can the next years that I'm with them. We'll have a good life, that's for
Hopefully
sure.
we'll get a few of those.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minutes, segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.